Oh, hi there. Welcome to a series I'm calling Chill Sundays. It's on Witcombe Park Farms by OxygenDavid. This map just came out on itch. I believe it's going to be on, Mod Hub very soon. He's been working on this for years, is my understanding, and this is just a gorgeous map. I had to play on it. We're going to get going here. This is what I'm going to be calling my Chill Sunday series. We're going to release these every Sunday. Get rid of our that, but we'll do a semi-tour here. I decided to pick this farm here instead of the normal starting farm, and I manually created everything here. And we're not really worried about, we don't have goals. We're just going to run a farm. We have a decent amount of money to start with. We have all the equipment we should need, and this one is called Oak Tree Farm. I think that's the oak tree. I think, because I didn't see it. Maybe that's the oak tree. But yeah, Oak Tree Farm here. We do own this land here that has nothing planted, that it's ready for us to plant something. And then behind me, we have a field of rye that is ready to harvest. We're gonna have to buy the soil samples because we are gonna use precision farming. Just a beautiful amount of rye here ready to harvest. Oh, what a gorgeous map. I can't wait to see it all. We're not gonna do like a tour or anything. We're just gonna naturally discover things as we go. And the idea for this series, like I mentioned, we're just gonna chill, release it once a week, and get to see a map that I normally don't play. This is not a US-based map. We have this fence here. That's going to, help us move bales around in pallets. We have our Massey Ferguson there. We got some equipment in here. We got everything we need. And like I said, this is just going to be a way to chill together, hang out, play Farming Simulator. I don't get to do that very often. And then we have this field back this way. Is our other field. We're starting with 3 of them. I did add this silo to this area because we didn't have one. I got to fix the ground a little bit. But we do have this silo here that has a huge capacity. That it is a mod that comes with. Go ahead and get this fence opened up here. We have some poppy back here. So we're probably focused on the custom crop types for this map, but goodness, look at that view. So the poppy should be ready next month, and the rye is ready today. And we do have a field that we can plant, so we'll take a look at the schedule and all of that and get that rolling. But let's get the harvester out. And, all the prep time, so we're just going to cruise at ×3 today. I don't know how far we get. I do want these to be just, I might rant, I might rave, I might talk about things we don't normally talk about in videos. No role-playing here. This is 100% going to be me enjoying Farming Simulator and just chilling with you guys. So the Fendt harvester, this is what comes with the starting farm, and the way the axles, I guess, that just move and adjust with the terrain, it seems like it's absolutely going to be required on this playthrough because of the hilliness of the map, and it's just beautiful, guys. There's so many cool features, a lot of buildings you can go into. The starter map has, a house that you can completely go into, which is just an awesome house, but I figured there's going to be a lot of people playing this series or this map right now, and I didn't want to start exactly like they do with the starter farm, but I did want to have everything that we needed to just, enjoy some farming. So let's get going. We'll get this unfolded. We don't get to do this very often on the channel. There's always a high reward challenge that we're trying to do, and not just like enjoy Farming Simulator a lot of the time. So I'll probably say that a lot while we're playing this series, but well, before we get going, let's go ahead and go in and buy the soil information. Fields, yeah, we want to go into the precision farming tab here. And, they should be decent fields. Mostly loam. This one has a little silty clay and a lot of sandy loam, but that's all right. And a good mixture there as well. So we do have the samples though. And, probably gave ourselves a little too much money to start with, but again, we're just gonna enjoy this game. It's been a while. I think it was the White Farm probably when I played this way last time, and I love that series. It was chill, relaxed, talk about what's on our mind, what's going on. Looks like we're getting a pretty decent yield right here, 85%. Doing some rye, and like I said, we'll focus on the unique crop types because they'll be fun to try out. But this water over here is awesome, and apparently there's a spot that you can kind of, oh, maybe that's not the spot, but there's one of these that you can like drive through, that it's shallow enough to get across the way, you know, this thing to the left here, we might look into purchasing that on this playthrough. I've never ran one of those before, and it would be an interesting way to play, in my opinion. But getting cruising here. A beautiful color this crop is. Like a cream color almost. And we'll definitely look at productions. I don't know if there's any that come with this map, and that was something that I meant to take a look at before getting started. But we'll see. If there's some custom maps or custom productions that OxygenDavid did provide with this, we'll definitely be looking into buying those and getting those going. If there's anything we can turn rye into or poppy into, it'd be pretty cool to do that. We'll get to bale this up. We do have a square baler, a Massey Ferguson baler, so that will be good to do. Pretty decent sized field too, and just, you know, was watching, completely honest, I was watching Daggerwin's first episode and was like, I have to play this map, guys. I have to play it. One of the views he had while he was doing his rye harvest was just super impressive, so. All right, let's get this headland. We'll probably do 2 headlands here. Let's get it done. Well, we almost got completely around the headland filling this up. Actually, pretty dang close here. So I'm hoping we're able to get the trailer in here. Harvester should stop there. We'll go ahead and open the pipe. We should be able to just jog back in. Pretty close proximity here. We'll grab the Massey. We might have to move some things around to get the grain cart out the way I stored things, but nothing in this yet. I actually sold this and was going to put something else, so I had to put it back. So yeah, that's something we could store things in as well, or we could potentially sell that again and get a production right there when we look at those later today. Yeah, let's jump in the Massey. I don't know if they have license plates in Europe on their tractors. I know I get a lot of comments saying to remove them in the US based series, because we definitely don't do that in the US. But let's try to sneak back in here. This was a shorter shed, so these things should all be able to get out, but we'll discover all our equipment as we go. Definitely match these things to look pretty, and I got the See and Spray sprayer because I've been wanting to use that since basically Precision Farming came out on FS25, and I haven't yet. Turning radius isn't the best on this Brantner, but we've pulled it off there. So we'll be figuring out what to plant to our right. We'll want to do some lime first, and we have a little bit of lime that we've purchased already before getting started, so just to get us a good runway. And yeah, I don't think that's going to work. We're going to have to cruise around the field to get there. And I think we have bale selling locations, you know, on our farm. We could take advantage of that, or we could go somewhere else for that. But yeah, definitely excited to just discover everything that really comes with this map and figure out what we're going to do. And like I said, we'll be able to take advantage of this time to really do whatever we want and talk about whatever we want. And one of the things I did want to mention is the landscape series is not dead. It's been a little bit since we posted it. I'm letting the creative juices kind of get recovered for that. I went to record the next episode and was like, I don't know what to do. So that's coming back. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with the No Shortcuts series. It was a little bit too much to tackle, and I kind of do regret it. But we will see. I might just need a little bit of time away from that as well before we get back to it. The series, you know, those of you that are familiar with the channel, the series of the AI Replace Me, which I'm kind of reformatting that to be more of a first generation farm, because that's really what it is. You know, the storyline of AI Replacing Me is the story, but our ultimate goal really is to create a first generation farm that's gonna thrive long term. And that's going to be just on a tiny, tiny break. We finished the first season of that, or the first year. We're going to take a tiny little break as we get back into landscaping. Probably, you possibly saw a landscaping video yesterday. Haven't really decided what I'm going to do for my Saturday post yet. So I could be just, you know, talking about things that you guys are already, you know, seeing out there. But, you know, this will be a time for me to be able to give some channel updates. And, you know, we won't do a ton of segments like that. Probably just one little segment per video where we talk about stuff like that. And it won't be as long-winded as this one either. Just kind of introduction, kind of make you guys kind of understand what we're going to be doing here. And I think I want the ups and downs to go the other direction. Let's see if we can, not the offset. Let's see if we can get that going. And if you're new to the channel, I am very much all over the place with what we talk about. So that is not anything new. We'll get lost in our thoughts. We'll try to recover them. How does that look? No. I'm looking at this wrong. I think we're going to try 90. Yeah, that's about what I want. That'll work. But yeah, right there, I did get lost in my thought there. Yeah. So, you know, some channel updates, just some random things going on, and keep you guys updated on everything that is the Farming Sim SWU channel. And you will talk a little bit about probably the other Socks Way Up channel sometimes as well. But yeah, absolutely love this map. Let's get this done, guys. Obsessed with the visuals of this map. Amazing stuff. OxygenDavid did amazing on this. Oh, Bentley's barking. Go ahead and get this unloaded. We're gonna finish the headlands. I did switch it back to the automatic setup. I think it will be better for this because I am going to hand over to a worker once we get done with the headlands. Just seems to be the easiest way to do harvests. A solo creator here. We have a second here. Let's go ahead and pop in this menu and just see. We get past the base game ones. We have the Highland ones. Oh, maybe not. I don't see any attached to this map. I mean, that's okay. Treated fertilizer production. Those must be ones that I've installed. Highland expansion. Yeah, maybe there's not anything to do with rye, but I thought possibly there'd be an updated like grain mill, but that's okay. We'll figure things out. Maybe there's productions around the map. I think those would be, you know, part of, oh yeah, it has the custom bakeries and stuff here, so we could see flour goes into the bakery, so you can make strawberry jam. Oh, that would be kind of cool. Or donuts. See if there's anything else that seems. Potato chips. Maybe we'll do potatoes. That might be cool. So poppy can be turned into poppy seed. All right. Linseed can be turned into linseed oil. And then we have the dairy as well, and the sawmill. That's the only thing that I really saw. We have oats, sorghum, wheat. Here's rye. So yeah, we might want the grain mill. Be interesting to buy the grain mill, get the bakery, and work our way to making some donuts. We'd have to do some sugar. I think I've already convinced myself. That that's the path. I always do that too, just on these series. We did that on the Poland one. We ended up getting the grain mill. We didn't go as far as the bakery though. But I think we might do that on this one. Become a donut empire. Actually sounds kind of awesome. So there's two options for sugar. There's sugar beets and then there's sugar cane. I imagine sugar beets would be more typical to this part of the world, not sugar cane. So maybe we'll go with that. And that means root crops. Root crops. Did we do 3 headlands? We didn't mean to. It is just 2. So this just must be an interesting pass that they're wanting us to do up here. But let's go ahead at this point. We're just going to let the worker do its thing, but we want to reconfigure that to be 2 headlands as well. And then go ahead and let them on their way. Let's go make sure our silo's working. This is probably only about 40% full. 57, that's not terrible. So let's go unload that, give that a shot, well, and then we'll come catch up to the harvester, see where they're at. Yeah, totally different environment for me. Absolutely love it. We needed it. But I don't know if we want to do... That field's not... That might be a good one for sugar beets, and we'll have to possibly lease the equipment to harvest it. We'll have to look at the price of those productions as well. But we will store this for now with the desire to create flour out of our rye. Ooh, that's something I did not think about. So we'll have to like loop this way to unload. But there's our rye going in. Working perfect. And we'll probably want to adjust the terrain and build like a little road that we're driving around there to make that look a little more natural. Beautiful bridge. That's sweet. Yeah, I'm obsessed, guys. I am obsessed. All right, they're getting to work here. We're going to hopefully be out of their way, but I'm going to take a look at the map and try to find this bakery and grain mill. The bakery's right here. If we buy it, 40,000 bucks. All right, we'll take the bakery. That's the sawmill, carpentry, a dairy plant, the oil production. So is this up here? Yes, the grain mill. 288,000. Okay. So we have the bakery, but the grain mill we need a little bit more cash for. So maybe when we sell the bales, we'll have enough money for that. We got goals to aim towards. I love it. Let's get this harvest done. So while we're kind of waiting for the harvester to do its things, let's just kind of looking at our area. We have a lot of land back here. We could get a greenhouse going, and that could be for our strawberries, but I also feel like that might be the area for the chickens as well. Oh, there's custom animal types here too, but I don't know how to get to the rabbits. I mean, this is the one I would want, the fenceless. I mean, we could place it right. We could have our chickens right here. I mean, let's go ahead and prep for that. Customize fence. So I think this is just the area that they can wander and could allow us to have more. Never done this. Maybe we are just stuck with 31 there. If we just escape here, cancel create custom fence, the fence will be reset to default. Yes. And then we can come back in here and yeah, make it so. So that's where our chickens will hang out, and that's how we'll get our eggs. So we'll have to, it looks like they require water and feed at this one, which is completely fine, but I think we want to mix in some, ooh, maybe not that tall. Yeah, we'll just mix in like that. We'll see how this looks when the chickens come. This might be a little aggressive, but that'll be cool. And then the greenhouse is what we'll need as well, but we want to save up for that bakery too, or the grain mill as well. The bakery being super cheap kind of threw me off, but I think that's sweet. But yeah, I like that having a goal now. You know, it's a loose goal. It's not like a stressed out, we have to get out of debt. It's this is what we want our farm to turn into. Come over here. And then let's look at the calendar now. Let's learn a little bit about sugar beets. Make sure it is a thing here. They didn't just get rid of it. Yeah, that would be March. So if we did the smallest field, then the beet harvester, gosh, even just a lease is like 26,000, but you're not necessarily, yeah, I don't think that would be that bad. And it's kind of making me wonder if there's modifications that allow us to feed the chickens other things so we don't have to do wheat or barley. Like we could, I mean, I guess the wheat and barley would be fine, but, or we could just buy chicken feed if we really needed to. We don't have to actually produce it ourselves. Poppy seed oil makes a lot of money. 10,000 at peak. Donuts make about 7,500. And then the other thing was just cakes, right? Oh, we own it, so it's on our side now. Bakery. Oh, strawberry jam. Let's look at that. Strawberry jam makes 11,000. So looking at that production, we're gonna need sugar. And did the bakery or the grain mill come with a way to make sugar? No. Did the bakery come with a way? No. So we would have another expense of the sugar production, which I kind of think you go with the little one just because of scale of this place. 240 for the sugar mill. I didn't see a little sugar mill. I might be looking for a mod for that. Yeah, because the size of that's kind of huge. I guess we would have a little bit of room here, but it wouldn't really make sense to place that in there, and that's a lot of money. So that's going to be a big expense that we're going to need, or have. Yeah, just kind of letting them finish this harvest, because I don't think we're going to have to unload them again. Maybe not. Maybe we will. There is a little sugar production. Okay, 30. Okay, I was wrong. I was like, I gotta be wrong here. And that would naturally fit over here. I know that we could do the upgrade productions to make it produce quicker for us, but we absolutely could find somewhere in here to put that. Okay, good to know. All right, that is all done. 5,000 more to unload into the trailer. And while, you know, and then we can put the harvester away. And get the baler out, get this straw picked up. You know, I should have bought the grain mill first, and I don't think I can sell that without getting rid of the building when it comes to the other production. So here's our bakery. Sell it. You want to sell it for 20. Objects sold, and then we can go back and visit it, and we can buy it again, right? All right, I'm going to give myself that $20,000 back, though. We're going to call an audible on that. And with, you know, going in here, coming up here, we are going to go ahead and buy this and have just a little bit of cash left. Yeah, I think that was the right play. I was moving a little bit too fast, so we'll work our way up to the bakery and know that it's a smaller investment, which is kind of nice. We're going to try to back this header up. See if we can sneak in here. Oh, I knew we were going to do that. But you know what? I'm okay with where that is. We're not storing anything else in this shed. So then we'll cruise around and we'll put the harvester back here. And it'll be easy to pull that out later. Alright, so what we'll do, we'll jump in the Massey. And we'll instantly head to our new grain mill. But we will fill this up completely before we head over there. I imagine we should be able to take these back roads here to get there. But I could be wrong. We'll learn. Yeah, this just takes us to that field. Alright. We want to shimmy our way back. Think we come up here and we just have to take a right. I think that's a road in between field 19, but we'll find out. Let's make it, yeah. We want to go right here. Let's go into cap view for this. Oh, what a... This is so pretty, guys. Oh, I see the grain mill up there. All right. See it spinning already. To the left there. A little property. Hey, some graffiti. What's up with that? What's going on with this neighborhood? Oh, premature turn. Premature turn. It looks like a tight squeeze right here. That we almost pulled off. We ran into a trash can. Alright, we got in here. There's our new facility that we own. We purchased this for $288,000. Guess we wanted to go in that entrance. I see the drop-off spot. Alright, let's just do a little journey here. We'll loop back around. A little gravestone. Is that a church? That is sweet. I don't think they'll mind us driving on their fence there. Yeah, there's going to be so many little things to discover in this map. Look at this. Wow. Can we go in? I don't think we can go in, but we can hear music. Oh my goodness, this is so good. This is so good. Wow. I'm blown away. Alright, let's try this again. It's actually way easier coming in this route. Then we want to take a right, go into our facility. Grain Flour Mill, Johnson & Son. Only the best flour is good enough. Johnson & Sons has been founded in 1920, and we are committed to only deliver the best quality to our customers. There is an interior as well. Awesome. All right, so let's drop off our rye. Talk to our employees that we just, business we just burnt. Oh. No way. We can go upstairs here. Oh my goodness, what a view. That's kind of nerve-wracking. What a view. That's so sweet. Seems like we're doing some remodeling in here, or just using this as storage. Okay. But we'll hop over here. And we'll go ahead and get our rye flour going, which is going to give us 5 flour for every 6 rye. So that seems pretty good. Absolutely. Great start. All right, let's go back. We can start getting going on the baling. We do have some more rye, I believe, that we could bring over here. But I also wanted to, just in case you could feed rye to chickens, we'll give it a shot. I don't think you're going to be able to, but might as well find out. But a short little drive from our house, so that's, the proximity's pretty good. Oh, that was our turn. Almost missed it. We got it, though. Just shimmy on in here. Oh, there's another entrance right there. We'll go ahead and put that right there for now. Like we'll remember we got to take the rest of the rye later, but I wanted to get to the baling. And away we go. Oh, no, not away we go. Now away we go. 9 miles an hour. Shouldn't take too long to do this field. And I guess we're doing the default size of 220 bales, which will work on our bale trailer that we have. We could do the 240s, but I think we're all right since we already got started. All right, let's get focused here and get to baling. All right, with the headlands done, I think I'll get focused here just to get these ups and downs done and see you afterwards. Just shut this off and unload them. And then can I hit O? Yes, I can. I can get the partial one. We always want to get the partial one. I mean, we don't always, but it's nice. But let's look at time saving stock check. I'm interested to see how much we're going to make off of that straw. And about 17,000 at peak. Right now we could make about 12,000. Okay. That other shed was crammed. Let's go ahead and open this one up and put the baler away in here. Almost one-shotted it. Wow. How are we going to do that? I think we're going to have to open this. We're going to give us a little... No. Open. Give us a little bit more runway to straighten out. And then crank her hard as we can to the right. Got us closer. Oh boy. Let's zoom in a little bit so we can see this a little better. Yeah, that'll help. Alright, so now we're going to come out this way. Come on. Crank it, baby. Straighten out. Got it. Okay. You know, maybe not the best for the size of equipment we have, but that'll work. I do want to jump in the fence and use a different tractor here for a second, but I think that's probably where I'll put those bales. So we'll put the Massey right there, shut it off. You know, I don't know why I got the front loader. We might use it eventually. We definitely use the pallet fork version of it. Gosh, I haven't used one of these in ages. Probably need a little bit of help here to figure out what I'm doing. Operating position, there we go, that's right. And it should just be lowered already. So then we just kind of cruise around and pick these up, and I think it holds 14, if I remember right, when I bought this. Yeah, what an amazing piece of equipment. So it'll be 7 rows of 2, I believe. If we even have that many. I didn't look at the counter afterwards. Let's get them picked up. We'll see. Yeah, I don't think this is the tractor for this job. It's struggled a little bit up the hill. It's doing it, but once there's a weight on the trailer, which we have 21.7 tons total right now, you know, subtracting the 8.7 for the vehicle, I mean, it's still got to pull its own weight, so that's 10. I see 3 more, so if I'm right, we will be able to fit. Oh, we have exactly 14. Oh no, we're gonna have 1 extra because the partial. And we'll put that on the front, on the spikes. Confirmed. 14 is 100%, so yeah, we'll just pick this one up on the bale spikes. And we'll take them on in and store them until the prices are better. I'm not 100% sure how this unloads. So let's go ahead and just kind of shimmy this way. And go about right. Well, we probably want to go a little farther. And let's see. Oh, is it going to stack them like that? Oh, fancy. All right, so the bales are all taken care of. I don't know, like, luckily I think we're just going to sell them right there, but I don't know how you reload that thing. Interesting. I guess, how do you get that bale? How do you get that bale up there? So we know we want to do sugar beets, so we're going to have to get a planter for that, a sugar beet planter. And then planting other crop types. Let's look at our production again. It looks like rye is the only thing that can go in there. That is unique to this map, I should say. So normal schedule, it looks like. Or poppy, we could plant in September. Or wheat, we could plant in September. It doesn't say you could do both rye types. So I don't know if this one, vetch rye, would work. I do want to see it, though. Green rye would be pretty cool, too. So we could plant green rye, harvest it in April, and then plant... But you'd have to plant regular rye now. Unless we did something like oats. Now I'm interested in this poppy schedule. Like it shows March and April and then harvesting is July. So do they grow that quick or you can plant it? That always confuses me on these custom ones. So I guess what we'll do, we have time to make that decision. Let's find the Massey. We're going to find our spreader and we're going to get lime put down on, you know, the field that we just harvested. We're going to keep on working on that field since we have till spring to really worry about the one we're going to put the sugar beets on. Be able to just sneak out here. No, we're not. Yeah, we're not going to be able to store the way I did there. Okay, I think we could... Well, you know what? We could sneak up and try, but we might accidentally grab the solid fertilizer. So let's switch over here. Stop using keyboard mouse, Chris. We will drop off the pallet forks, or the bale spikes, and put on the pallet forks and get the lime out. Gosh, the textures are just beyond amazing on this map. Technically, we could probably grab multiples of these, but that's all right. One at a time here. We'll just place them nearby so we can load it. And can I reach? Yeah, we'll just load it. Let's get this done. Now, I think only 7,000 fits in this. We'll see what the percentage is when 6,000 gets in there. It might be actually 8,000 for capacity. Oh, it might be 9. Okay. But we do have 8,000 to start with. We'll see if that's going to be enough for this field. You know, being the first time we're doing lime, I have a feeling it's not going to be. But we'll use what we have before we go buy more. A little bit of cushion left financially. Could sell... You know, we could sell some of those bales early if we really need to, if we run out of money here. Well, let's go ahead, get locked in, start getting this lime put in. 3.5 tons per hectare right now on this loamy sand, and then now to the loam, all the way up to 7. So that is going to drop pretty fast. Let's see how far we can get done with this amount of lime. We did get the headland done, but I don't think we're going to get much more. But we will, you know, like I said, we'll finish what we have before we go buy some more. And, gosh, what's the route to go here? I think we're going to start with this longer pass. Oh, overshot it. Yeah, we'll see how far this goes. And we'll get to venture to the store here for the first time, unless there's a lime buying station somewhere else, which I don't know if there is. But I think we might be able to find out this way. No, there's not. Okay, so let's go on the map. We want to head right. Oh, yeah. Tag that place so we can get there. And I'll see you at the store. Around about. I think we want to go around the roundabout this way. Toby's Creamery. Got a bus stop there. You know, not a lot of traffic on the road, luckily, because driving like a maniac right now. Guess we should have these on. Hey, look, there's a John Deere. Look at that. Oh, he's stopping for us? No, we got to turn there, bud. Yeah, it's the problem with traffic in this game. This blue car to... Yeah, we totally missed our turn. I got distracted by the John Deere. I'm not sure where the spawn location is, so we will just loop around and try to find the sales trigger here, which apparently is in here. I guess this is where we can come to do repairs as well. Oh, that's just going to put a central location there. Oh, that would be nice to have. Got out here a big boy fence. Another Massey. And another fence. Okay. Like I said, we will discover these things as we go. And this is the store. This guy is the store clerk.
The creator of this map. Thanks for giving it a try. I hope your experience here is smooth, enjoyable, and full of great moments. Hello, I'm Oxy, the creator of this map. Thanks for giving it a try.
Wow.
I hope your experience here is smooth, enjoyable, and full of great moments. Hello, I'm Oxy.
I mean, he could stop saying that, but that's pretty cool. All right, so we spent $1,800. And let's see where they spawn at. Right there. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, our experience has been smooth and enjoyable so far for sure. Well, at least we'll get to go through the roundabout the faster way this time instead of having to loop the whole thing. But gosh, look at the detail. Okay. The curbs grab you. I mean, if we just drive this way, maybe I'll stay off the curbs. But yeah, and there's a Shell station. That's sweet. And the train station, or the train crossing right here. Man, what a beauty. What a beauty. So what's the legal... Oh, the legal way... Okay, I did the shortcut, which is legal. That's what you're supposed to do to come back. Okay, there's the sawmill. And then this is our field. All right. That wasn't too bad. And we'll just peruse on. Finish putting the lime here. This absolutely should be enough. Won't be enough for any of our other fields, but we'll have to get some more when the time comes. All right, we are complete here. I want to find a different spot to put these because, like, getting that out of that shed, it's just a little jam-packed for me. I'm not the best backer-upper, and, yeah, as you can see. Especially on a hill. My goodness, that's rough. Yeah, but that'll fit there good. And then where should the Massey live? Well, it won't fit back here, but it could fit right, you know, right by the door. So, unfortunately, this is not one that we can go inside, but that's our wardrobe there. And I think it's over... Where do we sleep? We get gas here. We can buy gas there. Oh, we sleep in the back here. That's right. No, we can't go in. We're going to make it morning. All right, we do have some rain, but I absolutely wanted to get this poppy harvest in. What time, before we end this episode, what time is the rain coming? Coming at noon, so yeah, we'll prioritize the poppy harvest. See what this is all about. Well, it is September. I don't know when I stopped recording there. I apologize. We are doing the poppy harvest, and you just missed me having fun introducing it. So we're not going to have the money to buy the oil production. You know, we saw earlier that was going to be a real good way to make money off of poppy, but 90%, you're not terrible yield on this field to start with. Kind of surprised by that, and they seem to be filling up similar to oats, but that could be my imagination. So they're not going to be the greatest yielding crop, but they pay really well, especially when you do the oil production. I don't think we're going to have a long run for me to lock in and open up. Oh my, that was some camera disruption there. I don't think we'll have a long run, but afterwards we'll take a look at how much, you know, these go for regularly. I didn't take a look at that. But this should be a pretty quick harvest. I didn't get the trailer out yet, but I'm almost tempted to just, if we fill up, drive to the silo myself. Yeah, let's bust this out. Around the headland both times, we are 70% full, so we'll definitely need to unload, but we're so close to the silo. I think I will do that myself with the harvester. Let's take a peek now so we can learn a little bit about these poppies. Poppy's gonna pay tiny compared to what the oil pays, so I imagine there's a lot of loss when you do it with the oil. Let's shut these lines off. I'm just gonna do this myself. Kind of thinking that it's got to be one of those situations where we're you know, using 10 poppy seeds or poppies to make like 2 oil or something like that, to make that. It just seems like a huge increase, and I don't think we could see those ratios without buying that production. But maybe I'm wrong. Oh, I am wrong. 19 to 10. That's not bad. Oh my goodness. What is... Oh man. Yeah, 240,000. It just seems wasteful to not turn it into poppy oil, but we don't really have the funds to pull that off yet. That's something to keep in mind for sure. I mean, right now we're looking $7,000 for this field, or, you know, for what we've harvested already. So this isn't going to bring in a ton of money. Man, some decisions. 2,500 more liters here. And we're going to get this unloaded, then we'll give a look at time-saving stock check and see. We'll come back for the header trailer. I just feel a little sad that the turnaround, the change in that, man, we can't afford the oil production, but that's all right. We'll work our way to it. Kind of think I want all the productions in this map. Maybe not the sawmill and the carpentry. All right, let's shut that off for now. Looking at time-saving stock check. We'll have more straw, but poppy right now will bring in at max $15,000, and I mean, it looks like that is a great price compared to rye, so I think we made the right decision with rye now that I'm looking at it. And it looks like we already have 10,000? No way we already have 10,000 produced. Like possibly $20,000 worth of flour already? Yeah, I mean, they're busting it out over here, apparently. I see just 2 pallets. I wonder if that's all. I just want to learn real quick. Okay, so this isn't filling up, so that's probably a bug that's going to get fixed. Okay, but we'll just move it over here for now. Plenty more flour to come out. Yeah, there's the next one. So that's sweet. Okay, so we'll get another, I mean, close to another 15 or 14,000. That's about half, so maybe we will only get about 20,000 out of that 30,000 liters, but we have a little bit more rye to take over there as well. I guess it's overnight. I forgot we did sleep. All right, next I want to figure out which field is smaller, because we're going to plan on doing our sugar beets on the smaller field. So this one's showing field area is 4 acres. I mean, this, just in case we're wrong, let's, you know, go across the way, do the full test here. So 3.95. Got weeds growing out here already. Over here we have 4.8, so it's a little bit bigger. And then the poppy field that we just harvested, and we still have to pick up straw. We'll get chicken soon. But to figure out food first, but we'll get chicken soon. It looks like we can fit 59, not 31. That's good. This one's gonna be 2 point. This is the smallest one. Okay. So we're gonna do, we have a plan the rest of the day now. And we can actually use this entrance. We're going to pick up that straw. We're going to do lime. And we're going to plant. Let's look at the calendar. We're going to do lime. And then we are going to plant this green rye. And it should be ready in April. We harvest it in April. And then we flip instantly to sugar beets. Meaning next November we'll harvest our sugar beets. That gives us time to figure out if we can figure out a way to get that sugar production financially. And have another field to harvest in the meantime. And we get to see another crop type. So we got some work ahead of us. Why are things so small in Europe? The entrances are just so tiny. Yeah, we can get to the... Whoops. We can get to the field this way. We don't hit the... Oh my goodness. Maybe. Maybe we can. We just want to pull the harvester with us, apparently. And we'll get this done pretty quick here, I imagine. And it won't be a ton of... What is going on? A ton of bales. Let's get that lowered. Did that twice today. And we've already, you know... We've already seen this, so... I'll see you guys in a little bit. I'm impressed with this. The weather. It's feeling like rain is coming already. Feeling like rain is on its way. We know it is. I think we got about a little over an hour before this storm hits. All right, baling's done for a while, so we're gonna go ahead and close that shed. Let's pick up this trailer, go get those bales out of the way. Trying to flip this field real quick because we're also gonna want to put, I think I've decided we're gonna do barley. It is not a, you know, unique crop to this map, but we want to get some feed for the chickens. And that means we can get chickens around next summer. Sneak on in here. Love that we have 2 entrances. Just get these bales picked up, a little bit more extra cash, and we should be able to see that now. So we do have $25,000 worth of straw bales, which will be around January, if not December. We'll see how the prices on this map work. And, you know, probably thinking about just holding on to the poppy until we can afford the production. We'll see how money is and if we need to sell things, but that's kind of what I'm thinking I want to do. To keep maximizing our income here, or long-term maximizing our income, because it's just such a loss. I can't stomach it. Can't stomach that much loss just selling the poppy and not turning it into poppy seed oil. That looks like another 7 bales here. We're definitely going to want to look into the cost of more fields, because we're gonna run out of work to do and want to expand and have more fields pretty quickly, and this is not a recommended shortcut, even for lazy people. He's unloaded. Let's get the spreader back out. Guarantee you we're gonna need more lime, but we will use what we have. Then I think we can just put this away like so. And what the colors? I'm blushing. I'm crushing on this map. I mean, the field's so small. I mean, maybe we can get by with almost 5,000 liters here. But then all the way up here, we're putting down 7.01 ton, then back to 3.5. Yeah, so this will be close, capacity-wise. At this point, I'm very glad we didn't make the extra trip to buy lime yet. We do need to decide what we're going to do with that 3rd field, and I might look at some other spring crop still for it. 500 to go here. Perfect. Yeah, so 1 more field of lime. We will have to buy some lime for that. Let's get this put away. We'll get the harvester put away, and we'll get the seeder out for the first time. I thought this seeder could do more than just plant. I thought it could do my mistake. I thought it could do the fertilizer too. See if we can get close enough to this seed. We can. But that's all right. We'll have to do fertilizer. We have the sprayer for that. We have some liquid fertilizer over there. We do. I mean, that's going to be plenty for this field. So we're going to plant some green rye. I got to be honest with you. I have no idea what that is. But it should, you know, flip real quick, and we'll be harvesting it pretty much in spring. I hope that doesn't mean it's like a cover crop. But I'm interested, so we're doing it. Well, you're harvesting it, so I mean, you typically don't harvest the cover crop, so. All right, so this thing doesn't look as big as I thought it was when I purchased it, so I was thinking, you know, maybe we went a little overboard on our equipment. But we have it lowered now. Yeah, I think this is pretty sweet spot-wise for size-wise for the fields we have. Nice, getting planted for the first time here. See and spray is definitely going to be super helpful. We won't go through a lot of herbicide. It'll also help that environmental score bonus. That's always nice to have. Getting planted for the first time here. Some seeds in the ground. Cruise around. get it done. Well, 3 headlands was probably a little bit overkill on this small field, but we're getting it done. And really was this tiny little area why I was thinking 3 headlands would still make sense. But I'm kind of interested to see what they're going to want us to do here. Oh, just a short little pass, just a touch right there. But the rain's here. Yep, the rain has arrived. It looks like a light rain so far, so not too concerned with it. Didn't cause too much damage to the field here. We're not digging in too deep yet. That might adjust. It looks like this is going to do pretty much a full pass on this one. Yeah, not bad. We'll get the wheat planted next, or the barley planted next. Cruising along here. There's one field down. And the colors of the ground are absolutely changing. I think it's very sweet, man. Feels like it's getting a little bit darker, too. I didn't see, let's check how long this storm is. Oh, it's most of the rest of the day. So we'll be doing the rest of our work, you know, throughout this rainstorm here. Now, it almost used half of what we put in, so I am going to back up and try to get another one of those pallets of seed to connect here. And, you know, doing it the lazy way. And we got close enough. I definitely think barley's the wise decision, especially since we want them chickens. And we'll get more straw from that as well. I'm moving a little bit quicker here. But before we start this, let's go ahead and take a look at some investigation here. So we want to start expanding around us. $250,000 for that field over here, 144,000. There's a tiny field for 26, so the land's not cheap. 80,000 a hectare, it looks like. And if we did forestry, we could jump into that for 180,000. What's the smallest one? Yeah. Just gonna see if I can find one that's less than that one. That one might be the cheap. Oh, $1 million there. Yeah, so that might be the one to go with if you wanted to go to that route. Which, you know what? I said we might not do the sawmill, but we might. We might experience it all on this map. All right, let's get some barley in the ground here. We will get the fertilizer state taken care of today and try out the see and spray. You know, I think you can use the see and spray before the weeds are established. It technology-wise doesn't make sense to me, but we'll give it a shot. Because I prefer fields that don't have dead weeds. I just think they look so much better. And it looks like we are doing, it says tram line, so I you know, hopefully that's okay. We might have tram lines. But 160 seeds per meter squared. You know, for the field not being super huge, I think we'll be all right. Let's get it done. All right, we went ahead and jumped all the way forward on this one. Got it done. The rain is coming down pretty hard, so we got 2 more tasks today. We're going to get the fertilizer put down, and we're going to put that herbicide down as well. And we're going to see, like, the see and spray should technically work. But we're gonna see how well. Now, how far is this gonna stick out if I put this here? Otherwise, I think it's just like bales should go over here. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem there. Okay. Plenty of runway here. We should be able to back it in. Easier said than done. There we go. The camera to switch here. Come on. And put it right back where we found it. Until spring, I think is what we're going to do for that other field. And then this is what we need right here. We'll have to back out of here the way we got in. Oh boy. Not bad, not bad. We're getting better. All right, whichever one it loads, we'll do first. It is the herbicide. And 1,000 liters should be well more than enough. Really interested to see, you know, we got the smaller version of the two, but it should be a good size for the fields that we have. I mean, gosh, the booms are going to be huge, aren't they? Go ahead and open it up, go to the bottom of the field here. Oh yeah, this is going to be a dream. Now we have 110 liters in here. See, I don't think it's going to do anything. I think we're going to have to come back out here. There's not going to be any weeds to spray. So we will, you know, we'll sleep before this episode's over just so we can learn. But I don't think this is going to do anything unless it's just going to indicate to the game that we did herbicide. I mean, I guess that's what we're going to do here. All right, let's I was going to show this, but I don't think I was going to do a time lapse of this, but I think we'll do that with the fertilizer. I'll see you guys in a little bit. I clearly think that's not going to do anything, so we'll get the fertilizer loaded in here, and we'll get going with that next. Rain is coming down with no sign of it letting up. Does seem like the sun is coming through a little bit right now. All right, starting on the fertilizer here, and I think we'll probably be able to do both of these in one time lapse, since it's such a wide implement for these small fields. But now we're digging into that ground big time. Turn a nice light green color. 400 and I think it said 47 liters per hectare. That should get us in a good state. Let's get it done. Man, the amount of sensors and how high-tech this technology is just impressive. Just cruising around and watching the nozzles turn on and off based on like where we've already fertilized. Just so cool. You know, starting with the left side there, it's going to start spreading all the way across. And this is definitely a field that felt easier just to do on my own instead of with the guided steering. So, boy, oh boy. I cannot believe I haven't used this yet in FS25. Just going to save so much product. Save so much money. I actually just saw a like an Instagram reel of a farmer talking about like going from not having steering assist when he first started farming to where now he's, you know, his favorite implement is his See and Spray John Deere sprayer. It's just crazy time to be alive and the things that have changed in my lifetime, and, you know, craziness. But we got both these fields done. We will sleep and see if the herbicide worked on this field. I don't think it did. We'll probably have to spray the weeds next episode. Let's get that folded up. We're all done with her. And get it put away and get some sleep. Got to get the flashlight out. Yeah, as anticipated, we do have some weeds growing. So we'll get those sprayed next episode. Got some more rain coming in. We're down to $4,000. We got to start making some money soon. Let's go look at the other field real quick. Yeah, the seasons are changing. Just the ambiance. My goodness. Let's shut that off real quick. Just looks so good. Yeah, some weeds over here as expected. Barley's coming in nice though. We'll get these sprayed next episode. Gosh, I don't know how much we'll have to do in winter, so we might be quickly getting into spring next episode as well. Pretty exciting. Last thing we want to check on is that production though. See if we want to disable it or not right now. A little bit of rye left, so we'll want to move the rest of the rye over there next episode. We're going to get that completely put away as well. What a fun episode so far, playthrough so far. Thanks for hanging out. I'm Socksway Up. I will catch you on the next one.